Say hello in the chat. We are recording this, so if you have somebody, if you have a guest that is not here, no worries. You can send them this recording as well. So you made a decision to be here, and that means that you're serious about creating something amazing for yourself. And I just want to applaud you for that right out of the gate. Before we dive in, let's just take a moment to see where everyone's tuning in from. So if you wouldn't mind in the chat, let us know your city, let us know your state so we can say hello to you. We've got Kelly from Arizona is in the house. We've got California here, Cincinnati, Toronto, Illinois, Atlanta, Georgia is here. We have California. Just to make sure that everyone's on mute as well. Oh my goodness, all of you guys. We've got Hawaii here in the house. New Mexico, I can go on and on. Utah's here, that's my state. Amazing, amazing. So we have people from all over. And again, we're just so honored to have you here on the call tonight. Please use the chat for questions. We have some amazing people that are here that will help you answer those questions as well. And really, this just goes to show you guys the power of this movement. And it is pretty powerful. You get to be part of something that's global, something bigger than ourselves. And I think that's pretty exciting. So I'm going to quickly introduce myself, and I'm going to get out of the way, and I'm going to share, actually introduce some incredible women that you get to hear from on this call that I have the honor of introducing today. So I'm really, really excited about that. So again, continue to letting us know where you're tuning in from. If you have a guest here on the call, say hello to them in the chat as well. So you guys, here's the thing. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever had one of those moments where you look back and think, gosh, what if I just said yes sooner, right? And I want you guys to know that that was me. So for me, that moment was discovering Riman. And so I just want to take you guys back just a little bit to where all of this started and give you some information about what we're doing here and why we're so excited. So first of all, hi, my name is Christy Belston. I'm a mom of 7. I have a blended family. I have 3 kids. My husband has 4, and together we have grandkids. So I have 4 grandkids, soon to be 5. I'm 51, and at the age of 18, I started my career in health and wellness. And for 18 years, I had what most people would call a dream job. I worked for the largest manufacturer of home fitness equipment as a spokesperson for that company. I traveled the globe. I presented products and I appeared on national television. I did that for a really long time. It was exciting. It was fulfilling. I loved it. Yet there was one problem. I was gone all the time. I was living in hotels more than I was home. I was sleeping in hotel beds more than my own. And I was missing bedtime stories. I can't even tell you how many first days of schools. I just miss the moments that you don't get back. And so I'm on a mission to make sure that no woman has to ever go through what I had to go through when my kids were little. So I started to really ask myself, is this it? Is this what success really looks like? And I started looking. I was looking for something. I was looking for anything. I didn't even know that this industry existed. I just wanted something that could replace my income and without sacrificing my family. And if you guys can relate to this at all, just put me in the chat. So a friend introduced me to a product that I got really, really excited about. And I had no idea that about this industry. I had no idea about network marketing. Look at all of you guys can relate. So yes, 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 right? I'll be honest with you guys, when this was first introduced to me, I was so skeptical. Yet I love the product that my friend shared with me. And I signed up as we were called agents at the time, just to get the discount and honestly, just to earn free product. That's all. I would have been happy with just some free product. That was it. No big business plans, no dreams of financial freedom, nothing like that. And then I got my first paycheck and everything changed. Everything changed. That first year, I was able to walk away from my corporate income, which was a significant income at the time. And I was able to have more time freedom than I could ever imagine. And this is why I'm so passionate about this industry. And I'm so excited to share this moment with you. That's the moment that I saw the potential. And that's when I realized, wait, if I just share something I love, I can make money doing it. And so I started to take it seriously. And because of that one decision, my life was forever changed. So fast forward to 2023, another friend introduced me to this incredible company, Riman. It was brand new. It was in November, again, of 2023. It was a K-beauty brand. I didn't even know what K-beauty was. And if you're like me and you're like, I have no idea what K-beauty is, put me in the chat as well, because I thought it was the name of a brand. It stands for Korean beauty. And this K beauty brand was making waves overseas. Okay, so now we all know, right? It's Korean beauty. And I sat on this for 6 months, you guys. I sat on it for 6 months. I told myself, I'm already successful doing what I'm doing. I don't need another business, right? I told myself, well, it sounds amazing, yet do I really have time for this? At the time I was doing something else. And then one day I finally stopped overthinking, and that day was on May 1st. May 1st, I started sharing my love for these incredible products. I couldn't not share them. The results were absolutely incredible. So I was already in love with the product. And what happened next was beyond anything that I could have ever imagined. Since May 1st, I've partnered with over 900 amazing women and men and have over 25 happy customers. And you know what the craziest part is? We're still at the very, very beginning. So here is where I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about what makes this company different than other companies. And at first I thought, okay, maybe this is just another great skincare brand. But then I started digging and I started digging deeper. And outside of the incredible testimonials, the incredible befores and afters that I was seeing daily, the numbers blew my mind. So we were at the time at $2.5 billion in sales in 4 years in just one country. Now I'm going to say that again, 2.5 billion, you guys, in just 4 years, in just 4 years. 35 million of this product alone right here of our EX cream, 35 million bottles sold in a country with only 50 million people, basically a country the size of Texas, and that's South Korea. Okay. So really, really big deal. This one product alone, you got to get it. So already ranked number 22 on the direct sales global list, even before launching you guys here in the US. We are brand new here in North America. So that in itself is so exciting. 14 plus patents, 25 plus global awards in the beauty industry alone, Derma tested. I could go on, and it's not just about the sales, you guys. It's really about how this company is doing business. Unlike most companies that white label their products, Riman owns everything. They grow their own ingredients. You guys, we grow our own ingredients. We have our own labs and we have our own research teams. We basically have an entire smart farm in Korea. All of our products are manufactured there so that we follow strict Korean European standards. They've created a patented plant that nobody else in the world has access to, nor will they ever. And here's my favorite part. They built an entire luxury resort. Some of the women that you get to meet on this call have been there. This luxury resort is on Jeju Island, and it's just for us. It's just for us. So when you hit a certain rank, that becomes your vacation home. That's pretty exciting, right? So just kind of let that sink in for just a minute. This is unheard of in this industry. A company that invests that much back into their people is truly remarkable. And it's not just the skincare, you guys. This is so much bigger than network marketing. This is luxury meets science meets innovation, and it's disrupting the beauty industry. And that's what we are becoming known as, is that we are beauty disruptors. And I love that. I love that. So it's not just me that's really, really excited about what we're doing here. I want you to meet some incredible women that I have the honor of introducing. And the first one is Abby. I had the pleasure of getting to meet with her and having some one-on-one time with her, and she's just beautiful in every sense of the word. So Abby, I'm going to ask you a little question, and because I know that for all of us, we're all here for different reasons. So with over 15 years in network marketing and a background in health and wellness, what was it about this skincare company that caught your attention? And with all your experience in the industry, what has made you stay and build a full-time career here?
Yeah, wow. Good evening, you guys. Thank you, Christy. That was so good. I'm like, reorder, re-sign me up. I'm ready right now. It's so exciting. We're all just thrilled to be here. And like Christy said, I've had a background in this industry for 15 plus years. And you know, at the time when I heard about this company, things that get me, keywords that get me, involve timing, exclusivity, leadership, and financials. And so I had a friend approached me with this. And like Christy said, I have been in the health and wellness industry for 20 plus years. I am not a skincare expert. I'm not a beauty influencer. That's not me. But at the age of 39, I guess you could say it was on my RAS. It's your reticular activating system. When I turned 39, I looked at my skin and I was like, whoa, like I had not been keeping up with it. I had pigmentation going on. I will tell you, I had done 10 years of preventative Botox and fillers. I had spent a lot of money on that, but I had also started noticing the texture and the discoloration. And I felt like I was constantly going in to treat myself. And so when my friend brought this to me and said, you've got to try this stuff, it's incredible. And I tried it. And within 3 days, after having a membership at a med spa where I was constantly doing IPLs and lasers and microneedling and spending so much money and using med grade product, in 3 days, I saw more difference to my skin that I had seen that whole year of 39, which was my year of taking care of my skin. And after 3 months, I canceled at my med spa, and I have not done any Botox or any filler in over 8 months. And when I look at myself with pictures, I feel like my face is back. I feel like my smile is back. I feel like that's me. And I've been missing that for a while. I don't know if you can resonate with that. And ladies, I'm all about whatever you want to do, but that's what happened for me. And when I look at business, if you have a demonstratable product like that, where it creates a radical change for the user, you're onto something. And then seeing the exclusivity of the patents and that they dominated, they were number one skincare line in South Korea, which is the mecca of skincare. So I'm like, they have radically, a product that radically changes your skin. It's demonstratable. They're the best in the best. And then I met the leadership and leaders, the president, the GM, Mr. Juan, hearts of gold. It's a servant's heart for the community and for the people, and the innovation and the creativity was inspiring. And like I said, like, why is skincare inspiring me? I've always wanted transformations with people's bodies, but I started seeing like the transformation on their skin was almost that same joy I got from somebody losing 20 pounds. Like a child clearing up their acne, or a woman, hormonal acne, pigmentation, reverse aging, like that stuff. And those testimonies were getting me really excited. And to be a part of first movers advantage from a business point of view, in the industry and community network marketing, if you will, that thing, that's a big deal. I want to be a pioneer. I want to be on the forefront of anything launching. But I will tell you, to be in a launch is risky business. A lot of companies don't actually make it past 3 years. That's with any startup. And seeing that they had already had a track record of success in South Korea and were not in any sort of financial problem, they literally built debt free in cash their headquarters in Irvine, which I flew out and saw. And everything was just, the detail of it was just impeccable. And I pay attention to people who pay attention to details. And so I was just so impressed. So yeah, I had never done skincare or the beauty industry before, but everything about this opportunity felt like it was going to be a good investment of my time and energy. And, for being in the industry for over 15 years, I'll just share a little, just personal. I used to be a exercise performance nutritionist, personal trainer. I had been in the bodybuilding world. And I was an entrepreneur, and I was always grinding. And I did get introduced to my first network marketing company, if you will. And I tripled my income from training. And I was a new mom, and I had been paying a gym cut, and I had been paying a babysitter. And all of a sudden I started working my little side gig. It always starts as a side thing, guys. I started working the side gig, and I started seeing the more time I put into it, the more income I was getting back and the more time flexibility. I was able to train less clients, or I started putting 5 clients in at once and raising my prices because I wanted to get home and work my little side thing. And so it just took over. And then I was introduced to a company launching a couple of years later. And I went through a really, really hard divorce within 3 years of launching that company. And if there's any single moms out here, being a part time mom, all you want to be is full time present. And to have this type of career where I can work from my phone, I can work, on my schedule, and I can be in that pickup school line. And there are so many trips, fun trips that I've taken my daughter with me on. She has seen her mom for the last 13 years be an entrepreneur. I've, made over 6 figures every year since I've been a single mom, never had to take a penny, and been able to fully support us in the lifestyle we wanted. But at every basketball game, at every function, like that, I'm living the dream of what people call time freedom. And I think that gets passed around flippantly. But if you've ever been in a situation where you needed full-time presence, you know how valuable that is. So that's why I have stuck with the industry for over 15 years. And right now, I'm just thrilled to be on this boat right now, because I think we're going to do incredible things, not just here in North America, but worldwide. And so if you are in love with the skincare like we are, then definitely consider sharing it and benefiting from the ripple effect that you create in your community, because I'm really passionate about that as well. So, Christy, I'll kick it back to you.
Goodness. So first of all, there are zero accidents. You're definitely here for a reason. And I love that this industry fell into your lap. And I think this industry falls into our lap. But Abby, I know your whole story, and I hope you guys get the chance to meet this incredible woman and you get to sit down with her and just listen to her story, because it's so much more than what you've just heard. And she's overcome some incredible things to get to where she is today. And I'm just so, so excited. So if you're someone who cares about clean, effective, and science-backed products like Abby, it's why she said yes to this. Everyone washes their face. Everyone washes their hair. So just like Abby, I came from the fitness industry as well. And I just knew that beauty was where it's at. Beauty is where I wanted to basically put my stake in the ground. So drop clean in the comments if you guys care about clean products. Just put clean in the chat so that we know that you're here and you're listening and all the things. Okay. I followed this lady on social media for years. She's one of my favorite people to follow on Instagram. And today I have to pinch myself that I have the honor of introducing this incredible lady. We have a doctor in the house. And this is Dr. Stephanie Rimka. If you guys are familiar with her, can you just put I know her in the chat or a heart? Because to know her is to love her. Dr. Rimka, as a doctor, I know you see a lot of products come and go. So what stood out about Riman that made you say this is something that I need to be a part of?
Did you just mute, Jen? What just happened?
She just muted. Yeah, she just muted. So let me
Okay.
do that again. What is it about Riman? Because I know that you've tried and you've seen a lot of products come and go.
I have a garage full of products that everybody sends me. You have no idea. So hi, everybody. So first of all, Abby, I can't wait to hug you next week. All of you. So one fun thing. So normally you wouldn't expect me to come on here and talk about Fun Time Bobby, but sometimes, I'm in private practice, right? I've been a functional doctor specializing in mental health care for 30 years. I've had 6 brick and mortars and a thriving online business as well. I am currently still full-time in practicing patients. I happen to play a doctor on Instagram occasionally and make some jokes there as well. However, my primary concern is helping real people with real problems in real life, not pretending on a TV show. Okay. So, something that happened in my office dealing with people come to me after they've kind of had a big problem, like they've been medically traumatized, they've had a major accident, traumatic brain injury, they've been in a war and have post-concussive syndrome, something of like that. I deal with big problems. Now, I'm not in skincare. I don't do any of that. I'm not an esthetician. I don't really care about all the layers of the dermis. It's not my thing. I care about the brain. And what happened in practice over the years was I was seeing people with a wide variety of some strange, unexplained things. And my job is to figure out where it comes from so I can make sure it doesn't happen again while I'm recovering them. Like I can't have the same thing happen while I'm trying to fix the damage, right? Over time, I figured out, unfortunately, blew my mind a few years ago about the severe impact of aesthetics and plastic surgery, injectables and fillers and other implants that were being put on women's body and how it was impacting their mental health, their cognitive function, right? Their anxiety, their panic, depression, suicidal ideations. I was like, what? Like, I have to ask about this now? So going down a rabbit hole of what Botox fillers and other cosmetic procedures were doing to the mental health of my patients was becoming a big problem because I didn't have a solution. I wish I had a magic wand and you just say, I don't want you to care about your gray hair. I don't want you to care about the bags under your eyes. As much as I'm trying to work on that, there are still people like Abby, gorgeous, stunning women in their 30s that think they're supposed to be doing preventative Botox because they're being brainwashed and just pounded with advertising and filters and fake and lying and smoke and mirrors all over the TV, the ads and the Instagrams and everything else. I was also a runway model for 20 years, a print model. I know I did it before the days of filters and Photoshop and whatever they're doing to these women today. I don't know what it is, but I don't want to be a part of it. Okay. So there's a severe perversion and distortion that concerns me as a mental health care provider. Now, how did that end me up here? My job is to find clean, safe, and effective products of all sorts to keep toxicity out of people. So I'm protecting their brains. I care about ADHD, from ADHD and on autism all the way to Alzheimer's, right? I'm looking at the A to the A, basically the A to the Z back to the A. I cannot have people keep destroying themselves with poisonous things. So they ask me about the products. I have to ask them how they brush their teeth, how they wash their hair, what are the clothes they're putting on their children. I have to know about all of it because I'm slowly cleaning it up. Now, I've also had the distinct privilege of being on this group, of being in this network marketing or MLM industry for about 10 years. And I kind of fell into it accidentally because I love good products. I don't care where they come from. I just want to help my patients. And because I happen to be good on social media and explaining things to people, that somehow led me to some viral videos, which put me on a multitude of medical boards. So I've been on science advisory boards for MLM companies, multiple ones. I've been a product formulator receiving royalties from companies. I've done their entire course content creation. I've come up with their marketing strategies. In addition to being on corporate boards, science boards, I'm also in the field selling and recruiting. That puts me in a very unique position to understand what it takes to have a good product, to have it work effectively, have a company last. All right. If I believe in it, that's not a problem. I can get you to use it. Why am I using it? It's so outrageously effective, and it came from just me being I'm 50. Wow, I'm 52. I was about to say 51. I am now 52. That mark did get passed recently. So I'm 52, but I think it was 51. So about 7 months ago, 6, 7 months ago, when I started using the product, because of like the perimenopausal kind of hormone changes that can happen, I erupted with massive cystic acne. I'm talking 40 cysts. My esthetician is on Instagram talking about it. I said, girl, oh, here, can you say it? Can you tell him I'm not lying? I have a genetic condition called benign sebaceous hyperplasia. I'm extremely prone to cysts all over my body. I do not, people say, oh, you just have good genes. I'm like, baby, I got bad skin genes, actually. So horrible, packing on the makeup. I speak on stages. I'm sometimes paid $25,000 to get on a mic. I suddenly am covered in cystic acne. Do you understand what this did? So all of a sudden my swag was gone. So all swag gone. Everybody wants me to have swag. I was like, oh my God. I was afraid for my boyfriend to see my face in bed. I mean, I'm like, oh, he's like, what is wrong? I'm like, I was literally putting on makeup so I wouldn't sleep without makeup so he wouldn't see me in the morning. That was very unusual for me. Okay. I didn't want to like this product. I didn't want to ask about the product because I was still loyal to another company that was a sinking ship, and I was still doing the best I can because I was on all the boards and I was trying to make it work. I reached out to one of the women on this call. As a matter of fact, I said, fine, what is this stuff I keep seeing everybody talking about? What is this? I don't know if I like about it. It's not, I don't care about it. Fine, just send it to me. If it works on this, because what I'm using isn't working, even though it's super clean, and I washed my face and I woke up with 75% reduction. All the red was gone, sizes were gone. I said, wait a minute. And I literally did this. The second day, I woke up after washing my face again and I did start crying and was just, oh my God. And I was flying to West Palm in 2 more days to see him for a little trip and, little something, something that we do when we're grown folk. And he was like, what are you talking about with your face? I'm like, he's like, there's nothing there. I go, I know. It's because of all this stuff. Look at my skin now. I was like, listen, it's been 5 days. It's like a miracle. I don't understand what's happening on my face. That feeling, I just did some videos. I was like, oh my God, the skincare is amazing. Money, 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 checks, 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 Jeju. So I've been to Korea now. Listen, it made me feel sexy again. It made me feel confident again. It made me feel swag again because I had to get back up on stage in a week and I had to rock a mic in front of 3,000 doctors. Do you think I wanted to go there with all that makeup on my face? I did not. I felt like a fake and a fraud. I hated how that made me feel, covering myself up. So as where I want a good product for my patients, I want it clean and effective. I will do anything to keep them away from Botox and fillers and surgery if I can. But it was also my personal product experience that blew my mind. Then I studied what was in the products. Then I went to Korea. Listen, that's like a whole nother hour, and we're just going to leave it at that. But once I went to Korea and really saw Riman there and understood what's really in this magic unicorn sauce from the fairy god angels that was given to us, I'm like, I'm good. And everything that Abby said, they have money. I've been in companies with incredible products. If you don't have the money to make it, you're not going to last. If you don't have good corporate leadership that can make good decisions, you're not going to last. So I'm looking forward to kind of a run that's going to last, where I'm going to be one and done. And this is a 10, 20-year stint. And I'm looking at 10, 20 million a year in retirement. So I have a very balanced life. And this MLM kind of side hustle that I do on the side while I'm in full-time practice gives me a high 6-figure, often 7-figure a year on top of it, that I just get to hang out and go to the beaches and go to parties with people, making people feel sexy and beautiful again with skincare. I had no idea beauty was going to be a thing I even cared about. But actually, now it all makes sense because I actually used to own an art gallery. My house is full of art. I love art and beauty so much. It's like everything I do. My offices look like galleries. People come in, there's not a single diploma ever on a wall. I don't care about that. I want it to be beautiful. I want it to feel like a sanctuary. And I had no idea that was going to translate into what would be probably my final big run in the network marketing industry in a company that stands for luxury, beauty, and rebirth. It really is everything I do in my practice. I just never thought I'd be doing it via the face, So there's many reasons why I love it here. And I'll leave it at that, Chrissy. We can take it back to you. And I did go longer than 5 minutes, and I do apologize.
Oh, you never have to apologize. If you guys love full transparency, just put love it in the chat for me, please. Dr. Rimka, honored, honored to have you here. Thank you for always sharing. Your perspective is always enlightening and I love it. And I always learn so much from you. We have so much in common, by the way, cystic acne, all the things until these incredible products. So I can relate to how you feel. I've never felt more confident in my skin at 51. So love learning from you. Thank you again so much for having you. And now our next special guest is Jen. I know, Jen, you're really good friends with Dr. Rimka. I think that's why you're here, correct? Is that, yes? So I'm going to ask you a question as well. So Jen came from she's from a corporate background. If anybody here is currently working in corporate, I came from a corporate background as well. Just put me in the chat. So Jen, what was it about Riman that made you step away from a traditional 9 to 5 and dive into this industry?
Thanks, Christy. I stepped away prior to Riman, but it was direct sales that got me out. So just a little bit of a backstory. I am a special needs mom. My son was diagnosed with autism. If you are a special needs mom, please let us know in the chat, or I should say parent, because there are men here too. If you are a special needs parent, let us know in the chat. And what happened to me was I had a big job. I have a master's degree from a top university. I had a really big, very well-paying job. And with a child with autism, the need is high, and the person who is really responsible for helping that child to get where that child needs to be, it falls to the mother. It truly does. You are the one that is needed. And I was getting calls constantly to come to daycare. He couldn't go to daycare anymore. We had to hire a nanny. The nanny was having trouble. I mean, all the things, right? And meanwhile, I'm trying to make money for the family. And I found toxin-free personal care products, and which is very interesting because here we are, right? All these years later, back at my roots with clean personal care products, but they were great for a number of reasons. And I did it really to get a discount. Again, if you're a special need parent, and I see people in the chat, has an amazing daughter to care for, his son has autism, it's expensive, and the products that you want to use are expensive because you want the cleanest ingredients to put on that child, right? Because there are neurological implications for what you're putting on these kiddos. So anyway, long story short, I left my job to care for my child, found a direct selling company that had some clean products, and I was afraid to share them with anyone because I didn't want people to think that I was trying to sell them something. Can anyone relate to that? You don't want to sell things to your friends and family. We teach you, by the way, here, we have a very simple system that does not involve doing anything, cringe, as the kids would say, or awkward, or, where you feel like you're aggravating people. All right. So anyway, I had to get out of corporate, that I did not have the time freedom. I was exchanging my money, my hours for time. I needed time. I needed money. Found a little side hustle, as Abby said, and you built it initially, kind of alongside, and you grow till you get to the point where you can leave. Now, what's happening here at Riman is it's happening faster. So I've been in the industry for many, many years. I've never seen anything like this. The incredible explosion of people that are coming into this company is next level. This is the biggest thing and I try not to be hyperbolic but this really is the biggest thing to hit direct selling ever. And you're here at the incredible moment in time where it is the beginning of it all. And if you want to get out of a corporate career where you are not happy, if you have somebody coming into your cubicle that you cannot stand, and you have to go out to lunch with a bunch of people that you just don't even want to be around, this is the side hustle for you. Start building it now. Start telling those people about it. Heck, put it on your face and go into work. And they're going to ask you what the heck you're doing. Now, I do want to mention that, all these lovely ladies here today, they are so young and gorgeous, and I love them. Guys, I was born in the 1960s, okay? If you are older, born in the 60s, the 50s, the 40s, the 30s, this works for us too. It's not just for the young, beautiful people. It works for all of us. And I am so off the topic of corporate right now, but I'm just really excited. And you'll see the changes in your skin. So you know what? If you're in a corporate job and you can't stand your boss and you can't stand your coworkers and you hate, oh my gosh, getting ready in the morning, you guys, it's so stressful to have to get yourself all up and get yourself out the house and get the kids situated, right? Time freedom is where it's at. Start now, start on the side, wear it to work. People are going to ask you what you're doing. Start building customers and start growing this now before it takes off. And there is, mark my words, in less than a year, at the rate we're growing, there is going to be a Riman representative in every town in America. Why not you? Thanks, Christy. I'm going to turn it back to you.
And your story is so relatable. So many of you have special needs, which again, I love what Stephanie said. And she said, this is perfect if you have a special needs child. This industry is absolutely perfect. So, so many people dream, Jen, of breaking free from the 9 to 5. I was one of them right alongside you. And actually, very few take the leap. And most of this will be aside at the very beginning, just like Abby was talking about. It'll be something that this will be the thing that you want to do. This is going to be the thing that you're going to want to run home and work on. And then pretty soon it does replace. So if you guys have ever thought about stepping away from your corporate grind, just finding a better way to earn, just drop either a rocket ship emoji in the chat for me, or again, just put me in the comments. Okay, we've got one more incredible lady. I actually met this lady in my first network marketing company that I was in. She was a huge inspiration for me. I literally just watched her soar to the top of this company. And so just really looked up to her as a mentor. And again, it's just crazy how life works and everything's full circle. But today I get the honor of inviting her and introducing her here on this call. So Tracy, you were a full-time teacher with no experience at all in the industry. How did you do it? How did you juggle teaching while building a side business? And at what point did you realize that this could be a full-time career for you?
Hey, Christy, thanks so much for having me on and all your incredible information. Oh my gosh, I love listening to you. I love watching you. You're beautiful from the inside out, and so honored to be here. And all you ladies who are sharing tonight, thank you for your information. Every time I get to hear more and more stories, it's just like, you just know you're in the right place at the right time, right? So as Christy said, my name is Tracy Zimmer. I'm coming to you from Canada in Calgary, Alberta. I am a mom of two. I've got a 20-year-old now and about to be 17-year-old, which is kind of crazy to think because, you always think your kids are just going to stay young forever, and they don't. But I am so grateful that this space, whatever you want to call it, social sharing, network marketing, referral marketing. I love calling it referral marketing because to me, that's what we're doing, is we're just referring something wonderful, like something great that we have on our hands, and we get to refer it to other people, whether that's the product that they want to use or the business model that they want to use. But we get to go and do that. So I have been in this space for just over 12 years now, and I was a teacher. I've got an education degree. I was in the classroom, and I'll never forget, this would be a space that I would have ran really far away from. If anybody would have ever brought anything up, I'd be like, no, this is definitely not for me, right? If anybody can relate, say, yes, I can relate to that. I was ignorant. I was ignorant to the profession, 100%. But I'll never forget the call that I got. And, I was teaching. I love teaching. I love helping, young adults. I taught high school math, and but things changed a little bit when I had my own kids, because I've had that rat race. It was like getting the kids off to school and then racing to school and then, having to do this and that. And I felt like everything was like I was working my life on the schedule of a bell. And I thought, wouldn't it be nice to just in the morning sometimes have like 15 extra minutes? Or would it be nice to just take a Friday off and go to the kids' tournament without any like hassle? And I thought there must be something else. I just chalked it up to like wishful thinking. That's just there's nothing out there that's going to do that for you yet and still bring in a full-time income. So I got a call from somebody, and she said to me, she goes, Tracy, do you use skincare? And at the time, yes, I was buying it from a brick and mortar store. And she goes, do you get compensated, or do you reap any benefits for purchasing it from that store or from that company? And I said, well, no. And she goes, do you wash your hair? Do you shampoo? Asking all the things. And she goes, have you ever thought about purchasing it from your own store and reaping some rewards and benefits for it? In fact, and if you love it and you share it with other people, you actually can get a referral commission and earn some extra money. And I thought, I certainly didn't have the time. That was 12 years ago. My kids were young, we were busy, we were in all the things. I was working full time. But I thought, you know what? Like, if I just try it and I love the product and I can share it with a handful of people and I can make a couple extra $100 a month, that would be great. I can go to the mall, I can buy the jeans I absolutely do not need, but I just want, guilt-free shopping. And I found that, the product line that it was skincare. And I found that skincare was something that stuck. When people find a product in beauty that works, that they see the changes, they see the results, that is healthy for them, they don't deviate. And that company had a great product. I used skincare for many years. I was diligent with it, and they went a different direction. And I'm grateful for everything that came to me from that company. But I'll tell you what, when I started using Riman, I was blown away, completely blown away. And I had been using really good skincare for over a decade. And somebody said to me, take that before picture, and then in 30 days, take the second picture. And I remember in 30 days, I was like, okay, my skin feels really good, but I don't think there's going to be like a difference until I put the pictures side by side. I had the adult acne as well. I had the scarring, and I looked at my scars and they were like 10 times better. The pores, the texture, my tone in my skin. I was like, oh my goodness. But what really sold me was my daughter. My daughter suffered from severe acne. She was 14. We went to dermatologists. We had expensive creams. It was drying out her face. It was doing all the bad things for her. But I just wanted her to feel confident in her skin. So we were trying everything. She started using this product. And I kid you not, it has been absolutely miraculous for her. Her skin is clear. It's beautiful. She is such an advocate. She's going to be 17 in March. In one more year, she will be working here at Riman because she loves these products so much. But back to, how this took me full time. I did this part time on the side in my 5, 10, 15 minutes that I had throughout the day, waiting for a hockey game to start, waiting to pick up kids from school. If you have a little device like this, you can work this business. And I worked it until it overtook my teaching income, and I had a choice. And at that time in my life, when my kids were small, I had the option to say goodbye to the classroom and put my heart where my heart wanted to be, which was with my kids. And those moments, Christy, that you talked about that you don't want to miss, I didn't have to miss them anymore. I got to do it. I got to take them to school. I got to be at all the sporting events. And to me, that's worth millions and millions and millions of dollars. Now, you might be on here and you might love your job, and that's 100% great. I love my job too. But this can bring you options. This can bring you side income. This can help you cut the cost of day-to-day living. It can bring you joy and passion that maybe you're missing in your life. Community of people. It has brought so much. And we love the people who are just like, hey, I just want to use your products and look good. Like, love the skin I'm in. Be our customers. We love you. But if there's anything in you tonight that's saying, hey, this other side where I could earn extra, where I could possibly change my life, if that's what you want to do, then you need to talk to the person that invited you here tonight and say, you need to tell me more, because this is timing and a product line that have come together at the right, and an opportunity like this is like, to me, it's like match made in heaven, because you don't see this very often. Ground floor, timing right, and we have the backbone of a $3 billion company, and we're going to go to 50 countries in the next 5 years. You know what? There it is. You can decide where you're at, but I'll tell you what, I am so grateful somebody 12 years ago introduced me to this, because it has literally changed my life. I'm so grateful. And thank you for being on here tonight and listening to all of us. And thanks to all the wonderful ladies who spoke and shared their stories tonight. I'm going to turn it back to you, Christy.
My goodness, amazing. So if you notice the commonality, all of us were introduced to a product, and that's really where it starts. All of us were new at one time, and all of us were beginners, just like Tracy. And so if you've ever wondered if you can really do this, we've all wondered the same thing. And so again, if you guys, you can do this. And I just want you to know that we're living proof of the simplicity behind this. Now, if you're thinking, this sounds amazing, but the timing isn't right, right? Let me tell you something. I learned the hard way that timing is everything. And again, don't sit on this like I did for 6 months. You guys, we are launching new products and new product categories this month. This month, you get to be a part of that. We have colored cosmetics coming on March 15th. We are just getting started. We're expanding into new countries, just like Tracy said. The K-beauty industry is projected to double from 13 billion to 30 billion, and you get to be a part of that. I've been in this industry long enough to know that these moments, they do not last forever. And if you were on last week's call, Brianna mentioned that these opportunities really never come around again. Not an opportunity like this. So you have a choice. You can do what I did and you can watch from the sidelines and you can waste 6 months of your life, or you can be part of something that truly is about to explode. And if you're thinking, but I don't know how to do this, let me tell you something. Neither did I, and neither did Tracy, and neither did Jen, and neither did Stephanie, right? Neither did Abby. We all just figured it out. But the cool thing about what we're doing here is that we have simple systems in place for you. This call is a system. All you have to do is invite someone to a call. We do the work for you. And so, again, that was one thing that I learned very early on, is that you just invite people to the events, and the events will do the work for you, and then you'll get the paycheck. Okay. So if this speaks to you just even a little bit, drop a yes in the chat, and please message the person that got back to you and tell them thank you, because they thought of you to invite you to this call. They loved and cared enough about you to invite you to a call like this. So make sure you get back to them, tell them thank you, tell them that you're interested, tell them that you want to learn a little bit more, and don't look back like I did 6 months and wish that you had started sooner. I always say, take a chance on yourself. One is you deserve it, and I know you won't regret it. You'll never know, and you'll always question if you don't at least try. So you guys, thank you so much for being with us tonight. I can't wait to welcome you to the community. We can't wait to hug you. We can't wait to get to know you. So again, get back to the person that invited you here. Thank you everyone for just showing up and being here and spending our evening. Unmute yourself if you can, and just say goodbye. And again, thanks everyone for being here. We appreciate you.
Goodbye. Thank you, ladies.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you so much.